Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. The dog was startled. Dumelang, which means hello, hey guys. So yeah, this is going to be a short and sweet video about how I traveled and how it is like traveling during these times. Nothing complicated. Actually nothing complicated. So what happens is you, first of all, of course you know where you want to go. Oh, nobody. You know where you want to go. So I was traveling. Louis, please don't do that. It's gonna fall. Don't do that. Sit. Thank you. So I was traveling, and so I picked a date which happened to be the 15th of November, and I got a ticket. And 3 days prior to that, I have to have gone for my COVID test, because it's supposed to be 72 hours before you arrive at the airport. So that didn't work out. My ticket was changed to the 17th, and that's because if you hear a banging noise, don't mind it. My ticket was changed to the 17th, and that's because the airline that I was using, which is Ethiopian, had to change my ticket because they were not flying out on a Sunday. They were only flying out on a Tuesday and on a Saturday, and I had booked a ticket for Sunday. So yeah, they changed my ticket, didn't even let me know. I found out by mistake. Wow. I found out by mistake, but anyway, I found out in good time. So when I found out that my ticket was for the 17th, I went to Lancet, Nakuru, and on the Thursday, they told me to come back on the Friday to have my test done. So I went to Lancet on Friday morning. They did my test. Funny enough, they didn't do both like the way you see guys getting tested. They just did my throat, and I was like thanking Jehovah the whole time, because the thing they wanted to shove down the throat or the nose was a Q-tip, or what do you call this? Yeah, a Q-tip. Like what do you call these things? The things you clean your ears with, earbuds. The thing was huge. So they put it in my throat, and then they told me that they wouldn't put me in the system on the Friday. They would put me in the system on the next day, so that it would be 72 hours. And so it was a waiting game. Now, another thing you need to know, I needed a certificate. So they don't give certificates at Lancet. So you have to go to Equity Afia. You pay 1,000 shillings, and they are the ones who are going to give you a certificate to show that you're negative. Lancet costed me, get it right. Yeah, Lilian, you should be at least more. Should have done this before you sat here. How much was Lancet? Yes, pathologist Lancet Kenya was 7,750, and Equity Afia, I don't know why I keep on saying Asia. Equity Afia was 1,000 bob, so that would be 8,750 that I used to get my COVID test done. So they give you a little certificate. I hope I remember to insert a certificate to show you how it looks like. They give me a certificate and a letter, and so it was to come out on the Monday. So Monday morning when I called them, my certificate was ready. You don't go back to Lancet. You now go back to Equity, where they will print out the certificate for you and give you a letter from the doctor that is there, saying that your results were negative and that you have no symptoms whatsoever. So at Equity, the guys were great. There's this chick called Lucy, you were the bomb. If you ever watch this. Yeah, so after I got my results, I jumped into a van and off to Nairobi we went. Now, to Nairobi, I have to say thank you to Rhoda and her husband, because you guys were awesome. They took me to Nairobi. They were just awesome. Okay, thank you so much, Rhoda. And of course, let me give a shout out to the girls because I know they watch me every time. So Triza, Tanya, and Lemu, hi! I know you're watching. So yeah, got to Nairobi and got to the airport at around it was either 11:45 or somewhere around there, some minutes to 11. And yeah, to all the people who made it possible for me to get there, thank you. I shall not be mentioning names. Yeah, so got there around 11. I had to sit at Paul's cafe for like a couple of hours because I was boarding at 2 and my flight was leaving at 5, so I couldn't get in until 2. So, and I was there at some minutes to 11. So from 11 till 2, I had to sit out there in Paul's cafe and chill and wait. So yeah, I got in. They asked for my COVID certificate. There was nothing on the Kenyan side. There was no big deal. They just asked for my certificate, asked for the ticket. Of course, now my luggage went through, and yeah, I went upstairs, went through immigration. No issues there. They just asked where I'm going, how long I'm going for, got my passport stamped, and went upstairs. And then we boarded. The only difference was when you board now, they give you sanitizer, that like these little cute ones. I should have brought it here. Anyway, it's too far away. These little cute bottles on the Ethiopian Airways, and they give them to you every time you take off. They give them to you because I took off on that day. I took off 3 times. I landed 3 times because mine was not a direct flight. Because when you use Ethiopian, for some reason you have to go to Ethiopia so that you can go wherever you're going. So I had to go from Nairobi to Ethiopia, Bole or Addis Ababa, and then to Victoria Falls, and then now to where I was going. And yeah, that's never fun. That's never fun. Anyway, so now I think the trip was normal, kawaida. Like, I mean, I've done the trip so many times, nothing new there. The only difference now, when we landed, I was coming to Botswana now. When we landed at Sastre Sekama Airport in Gaborone, the first thing they do is before you enter the airport, you have to they're like ladies there. You have to discard your mask. They give you a new mask. Then of course you have to fill in the immigration form, and you have to fill a COVID form, and the hell is COVID form, and then you go through the health security check thingy. And of course now they'll be taking your temperature, and then they give you a form, this form. So I'm supposed to fill in all my details, and it asks me, like every day for the next 14 days, I'm supposed to fill it in. So there's the date, body temperature, do I have any cough, shortness of breath, running nose, chest pain, diarrhea, irritability or confusion, sore throat, headache, nausea, and a remark at the end. So I'm supposed to fill this in for 14 days and then take it to the nearest health facility near me, and then they can give me a clean bill of health, and then I can be able to move around. So yes, I am quarantined. I'm quarantined at home. Right now I'm here in the sitting room because nobody's home. I'm alone with the dogs. And yeah, so I'm quarantined for the next 14 days, cannot leave. I have very limited human interaction, but it's fine. It's better than what I thought. I thought they would stick me in a hotel or something, but this is fine. So yeah, then of course you have to fill in where you stay. I think they're going to follow this up, I'm not sure, but I'm not taking any chances. So I have to take my temperature every day, put it in this, and then after 14 days I'll take it to the nearest. There's a number you're supposed to call here, take it to the nearest facility near you, and you're done. So basically this is day 1, 2, 3, 4. This is day 4. Today is the 20th of November, so I'll be leaving quarantine next week Saturday, on whichever day that will be. I cannot wait. But yeah, so far so good. That's it. It's not really a hassle. It's not really cumbersome. The only thing is some people had their results on a phone. I had mine in a certificate, because when you're flying with Ethiopian Airways, you have to have a certificate. That's what the ticket said. The ticketing people told me. So I had to have a certificate, and yeah, it wasn't so bad. I mean, apart from all the sanitizing, which I've been doing anyway, they were sanitizing they would clean off the air, what you call this, the aeroplane. There were some things they sprayed in the aeroplane. Yeah, that's it. It wasn't such a big deal. Just make sure that where you're going, the airport is open. Make sure you have your COVID test, and of course your papers are in order. You have to make sure you have to find out these things, information beforehand, so that you don't get to the airport and they need a certificate and you have yours on your phone. So I think that's it. Simple, easy, and I traveled. So that's my little story on how I traveled. And you will be seeing a lot of the dogs, so I kindly suggest you start liking them a lot, like a lot. But anyway, so yeah, thank you for watching my little story, my little sit down story. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You can ask anything in the comment section below. I will definitely get back to you, and I love answering questions. So comment, people, write something down there. I'll respond, I promise. And I guess we will meet on the next video, which will be sometime next week. I have no idea. So thank you. Bye.